With just one game left in the regular season, the Dallas Mavericks are locked in on the 5th seed, meaning we will be seeing the Clippers in the first round of the playoffs. But if you haven't been following with the news, apparently Kawhi Leonard has missed his 7th consecutive game with right knee soreness, and as at the time of this recording, is not too sure whether or not he will be available for that first round. So we'll break down the reports and see what that really means for the Dallas Mavericks, as well as Luka Doncic gets high praise from an NBA legend saying that he will be the face of this league. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get into today's video, 60.2% of you guys watching are not subscribed. As always, that number is slowly going down. But if you want to stay up to date on everything Mavericks related, the news, the live streams, the video content, and all the giveaways that we're doing, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said in the intro, we are locked in on that 5th seed. There's no way we can go up or down. Trust me, I checked this time. But we are the 5th seed, which means we'll be playing the 4th seed Los Angeles Clippers. And yes, we did lose to the Pistons last night. Yes, maybe if we won that and played our actual roster, we could have maybe moved up to the 4th seed. But I think it's fair to say that that game really wasn't a game that we were worried about winning. It doesn't matter. We have 50 wins on the season. We are guaranteed a playoff spot. Getting home court advantage will be nice, but would you rather risk injury? Would you rather risk guys getting exhausted playing the Pistons and then the Thunder tomorrow? Or would you rather just give guys the rest that they deserve? This team has worked their butts off ever since the trade deadline. In reality, for the whole season, this team has played very well. But with injuries and just minor dings here and there, the guys deserve a much-needed rest. So, with yesterday's loss, we are going to be in that 5th seed. There's no way we can get home court advantage, but that doesn't matter to me. I still have a lot of confidence in this team, and seeing the Clippers in the first round will be a pretty solid matchup, as we've seen them twice in the last few years under the Luka Doncic era. Haven't been able to get over that hump, but we are a much different team now. We are a more well-constructed team. However, the Los Angeles Clippers do have a great player in Kawhi Leonard who is known to be a playoff riser. He has also missed about 7 consecutive games with right knee soreness, and it's not too sure. I mean, the reports are kind of shaky on whether or not he will be available for the first round. But we do have this. Asked by B.A. Turner if Kawhi Leonard will be playing in Game 1. Ty Lue responded, "That is what we want to see." Asked again by BT, Lou replied, "Hopefully he will be playing." Now, I did a little bit more digging, trying to find more quotes, and for the most part, the Clippers are confident that Kawhi will be available. Like I said, Kawhi is a playoff riser. He lives for the postseason. He's known to have just great playoff runs, and the regular season is more so just a preseason for him. Time for him to rest, recover, and get ready for the playoffs. But, however, missing 7 consecutive games, I mean, you could take this quote however you want. Maybe Ty Lue's being honest. Maybe he really isn't too sure and they're trying to strategize on how they can play us without Kawhi Leonard. Or maybe this is all smoke and mirrors. Maybe this is the Clippers trying to throw us off our game, trying to make us believe that Kawhi Leonard isn't going to play, so we play a different type of way. Regardless, we should still expect the worst, prepare for the best. Or however that quote goes, regardless, this team is going to be fine in the first rounds. I firmly believe that we match up very well against the Los Angeles Clippers, and I won't really break down too much on the roster in this vid. I'll save that for another video. However, I think that this team has improved a lot. And just to show that, this was the last time we played the Los Angeles Clippers. I want to say it was 2021, Game 7. We had Kristaps Porzingis playing 43 minutes, had 16 points and 11 rebounds. We had Dorian Finney-Smith playing 39 minutes, had 18 points, 10 rebounds. We played Boban Marjanovic 31 minutes. He put up 14 and 10. And Luka playing 45 minutes, only 3 minutes on the bench allowed, had 46 points. 14 assists and 7 rebounds. And then Tim Hardaway, a starter, 43 minutes, 11 points in those 43 minutes. And as you can tell, the bench didn't give you much. He had 6 points off the bench in this Game 7, with Jalen Brunson being the only one playing 10 minutes or more off the bench. No one else saw 10 minutes. And just that right there, taking a good look at that, we are a much different team. We are a team that's a lot deeper. I'm not too sure what our lineups will look like. I don't think we'll go that deep. We obviously know who our starting lineup is. It will be Luka, Kyrie, PJ Washington, Derrick Jones Jr., and Daniel Gafford. Off the bench, obviously that'll be Tim Hardaway Jr. and Maxi Kleber, and Dante Exum. We definitely will need Dante Exum to help give Kyrie or Luka some rest. Outside of those 3 guys off the bench, I don't think we go any deeper. I would love to see some Josh Green in the playoffs. I think he provides a lot of hustle for us, a lot of good just intangibles, and his corner 3 shot is money. However, I don't think he's going to see a lot of minutes, probably a little bit here and there. And Jaden Hardy, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if we do play him. I'm not too sure if we see him. It's the same goes with Dwight Powell and anybody else on the team, not the normal 8 players that we usually play. However, with this team being deep, we do have options. We definitely could play more Josh Green, maybe throw in Jaden Hardy as just like, a little fakey. We got Jaden Hardy in the playoffs, right? However, this team is we're just deeper. We're a lot better. I'll throw up the stats again. I'll throw up the box score. Those minutes, those starting 5 minutes where almost everybody played 40 plus outside of Dorian and Boban, that looks a lot better now on this Dallas Mavericks team. I trust playing PJ Washington 40 plus minutes. I trust playing Kyrie, Luka, Daniel Gafford, and Derrick Jones Jr. 40 plus minutes. Call me crazy. I trust playing Maxey off the bench 25 to 30 minutes a game in the playoffs. His defense has been amazing for us. So knowing that we took the Los Angeles Clippers, who, they didn't have James Harden. Yeah, they didn't have Russell Westbrook. They had a different roster, sure. But we still took that team to Game 7 with this roster that I just showed you. Now we're more defensively minded, even though the league seems to just discredit our defense, trying to think that, Zubac's going to lock down Luka, or they're going to throw Daniel Tice at Daniel Gaff. They're saying they're going to put Daniel Tice on Daniel Gafford. The landlord is going to collect rent every game, like every game's the first of the month. Like, come on. And then PJ is going to play great defense. We already know that. The defense, I'm not worried about. I think we'll do a great job at locking down this Los Angeles Clippers team. However, the offense is the thing in question where we know Kyrie and Luka are going to get theirs. It's all about who is that third player that can produce. Who's that third player that's going to get their shot off and just help Luka and Kyrie on the offensive end and move forward. That's to be seen. But like I said, Kawhi Leonard, it's still kind of up in the air whether he's going to be available or not for the first round, which I believe he will be. I think this little gray area is just smoke and mirrors from Ty Lue. He's not giving us a direct answer. Be that as it may, we'll be ready for him because ain't nobody going to stop us, right? But that's not all that we got to talk about. I just kind of threw it up there. But right here, Jason Kidd mentions there'll be plenty of inactive players against the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday. 4 of the 5 starters won't play in Oklahoma City. Timmy is the only one who will play. And that kind of goes back to what I said about the Detroit Pistons game last night, where it was kind of a throwaway, a gimme for the Pistons, right? We're not playing our guys. Luka and Kyrie sat out yesterday. We played Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, Dante, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Derrick Jones Jr. in the starting lineup. And they only played like maybe 15 minutes. Then we played the deep bench. We saw Omax and Jaden Hardy have a great game. Marquise Morris got minutes. Brandon Williams got minutes. A lot of these guys that are on the deep bench that even spend time in the G League got minutes last night. Safe to say the same is going to happen tomorrow. So it's good that the players will get their rest, that they can recover and get ready because we're not worried about the Pistons. We're not worried about the Thunder right now. We're worried about the Clippers and what's to come next. After next week when the playoffs start, make sure everybody's in top form. We're still hoping that Derrick Lively comes back. I checked, no real update on when he'll return. But like we've seen with this Dallas Mavericks team, we don't really know when players come back until they're actually back, like we saw with Josh Green. So I'm not too worried. This team is ready. I believe it. You believe it. It's a fact. But we also got to talk about this right here. Because Kendrick Perkins asked Allen Iverson this. He said, in your eyes, who do you think is the next face of the NBA? Allen Iverson said, Luka Doncic is crazy, man. His skill set is ridiculous. It's hard to guard him one-on-one. Now, the other day, Allen Iverson also got I'm not going to call it a statue. It was a sculpture of himself unveiled in front of the training facility in Philadelphia, which is cool. Allen Iverson was a player that I really enjoyed watching growing up. He was just a transcendent point guard, just changed the game with his style of play and his swagger. He led the league in scoring multiple times. Allen Iverson is a legend, Hall of Famer, all that good stuff. And he has said many times how Luka Doncic is just that guy. And in a media that we have seen over the last several months, let alone weeks, several months, is disrespect Luka Doncic as an MVP. Just recently disrespect Luka Doncic as an all-NBA player. Disrespect this team, this Dallas Mavericks team as being real contenders. It's good to see real basketball players with good basketball players, by the way. A lot of the retired NBA players that are in the media really weren't that good basketball players. But it's good to see legends, good to see Hall of Famers give credit where credit is due. And for Allen Iverson to give Luka Doncic the nod, that means a lot. And will Luka Doncic be the face of the NBA? Sure, maybe, possibly. And I think a lot of that has to do with the media, right? I think the media has to kind of be on board with that because Luka can dominate. Luka can just go out and just embarrass the league, embarrass every team superstar. But if the media isn't pushing Luka propaganda, if the media is still saying SGA is that guy, is Luka really the face of the NBA? In our eyes, sure. In the fans' eyes, yes. We believe Luka is the best player on the planet. No conversation needs to be had. However, going forward, the face of the league aches up for anybody. You know, LeBron James getting another year older, Kevin Durant's another year older, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Steph Curry, they're getting older. A lot of these great players now they're about to leave the league in the next 4 or 5 years. Who's going to step up next? And Luka Doncic only being, what, like 24, 23, 25? I'm not even too sure. He's still young, right? Like, Luka Doncic is still a very young player, so he's got time to continue to improve on his game and continue just to get better. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for making this far to the video. Check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. We are going live tomorrow for the Oklahoma City Thunder game, the last game of the season. Make sure you're there. We are also going live for every single playoff game. Don't want to miss that for sure. But yeah, take care, guys. Peace.